Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you good. How's it going?
I get you. It is a beautiful sunny day here in San Diego.
I love it. How's Shamu? Is she still over there?
I believe Shamu is passed.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Bless her heart.
This is not how I want to start.
Wait, you're in your. I know, death and mayhem. Well, let's just get right into it, right? Wait, so you're in New York. You're in New York City, right?
I'm in New York City at Brooklyn.
Okay, good. Well, we're just gonna jump right into it. Can I call you Boy Radio? Is that what you
Yeah.
like me to call you, Boy
Boy
Radio?
Radio. People
All
call me
right.
Boy Radio, or they just call me Radio, or some of my friends call me by my natural born name.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I'm gonna call you Daddy Shorts. I was watching a video of yours. You're being interviewed by someone earlier, and it was on YouTube. And I was clicked on the link, and you guys are just all legs. You
Oh
guys are
yeah,
all legs and Daddy Shorts. Just and then I kind of dug deeper. I'm like, you are 6'5", correct?
truly. Yes, I'm a big guy.
And then I was laughing because I saw the video. And I was like, damn, that's a lot of leg.
Yeah, I rarely wear little daddy shorts, but every once in a while I can.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk. I've come to the conclusion I've been obsessed with about like time is sort of like the most valuable thing we have anymore. You
Yes.
know, that's sort of a deep thought, but like in general, like I just respect. I try to as much as possible, like respect people's time, and so thanks for talking.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm the same. Truly, I think that it's important to try and respect everyone's time, just because you never know what's going on, and also like just showing up on time or early or the whole thing. It's hard. It's hard with everything going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's like if I had like a word of the week, it's been time.
Mm,
It was spawned in a therapy session of mine yesterday, if I must be honest. But it
yeah.
was like just time. Like we feel like it's endless sometimes. I feel like we're younger and you get a little older and then you're just like, shit, time is going by pretty fast.
Sure.
What am
Yeah.
I doing?
Right. The days are getting shorter, especially in the next what, 3 weeks or so? Yeah.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
yeah.
Yeah.
We fall back, spring
Hmm.
ahead. Yeah.
Hmm.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. There's a question that I like to ask everybody, and it seems like a little crass, but I like to ask everybody, like, also, before I ask the question, I hope you're ready for an exciting, chaotic hour because I tend to be a roller coaster. I like a lot of tangents. I like to ask a lot of questions. So thank you for your patience ahead of time. And you better strap in because it's going to be a bumpy ride.
I'm ready. I hope I'm tall enough.
Yeah, you're great. You're perfect. You are a creature of Mother Earth. I don't know. There I am. I'm well coffeeed. I should get a shout out and a sponsor for my local coffee shop.
There you go.
But the question I like to ask anybody, it's just sort of funny and it's sort of crass, but I'm like, who the fuck are you? Who do you think you are?
Yeah. Well, that's
And
two
so I'm just
two different questions, because I think the who are you and the who the fuck do you think you are is like a perfect way to start off any artist who has like a alter ego or a moniker that they use, because people tend to think that they're two different people, or that like I pretend to be someone else when I'm um performing, or it's a name that I put on so that people don't know the real me. But I
gotcha.
am a singer and a dancer and performing artist. I have been an actor, and I grew up in so many different circles, like so many different creative circles and so many cultural circles, that like as I got older, I started to realize like the person that I was when I was 14 and 15 and whatever, like who just popped around from different circles creatively, culturally, is still the same person. Um, so as an artist, that's kind of allowed me to be a dancer. It's allowed me to be an actor. It's allowed me to be a musician. It's allowed me to be a coach of sorts. It's allowed me to be a friend. It's allowed me to be a lover. So that's who I am. Who do I think I am? I think I'm Wendy Williams out of drag.
Oh
I think
fuck.
that I am
People
a
need to check in on you often.
yes, they do say that.
I hope you have the support and money and around you, friend wise and financially, to check in on you often.
That's nice. No, and people, my friends know that about me. Like, that's funny. Uh, and I think that I am a creative that has just used their imagination to build worlds and share those worlds with people um and figure out what success is and not expect too much but still play and have fun and be silly and joyous and bring that element to like music and um I think I'm a man. I think I'm a tall man.
Right. It's like you can sort of identify or however you want to,
Yeah.
how you see yourself, how other people see you. It's like sort of confusing as well because sometimes to be yourself out loud is dangerous or open
Mhm,
for
mhm,
attacks
mhm,
but
mhm.
I feel like we're going in the right direction. We have a big ugly turd in office right now that's sort of putting things are challenging us, but still have faith in the world that's going in the right direction.
Totally.
um so who the fuck are you? I see you. When I discovered you, everything I saw of yours was so stylistic and
Mm,
like so like I feel like there's a touch of futuristic, but like just first glance at your like Instagram page, and I was like, damn, like he's got cool stuff going on, and like it just seems very like it's just like an you're like a art project in motion. I don't know. It's like fashion, it's style, it's art, it's music, um it's just kind of exciting to see that you encompass all of that, and then when you put it together in like a music or music video, you can kind of pull all those different sort of areas into one project. And so that's been exciting for me to like find out who you are. um and I was like, at first I was like, damn, is I couldn't tell until I saw your songs, because I saw the page first, and I was like,
mm.
all your photography, you in front of the camera, I don't think you're ever behind the camera, but stay in front of
Sometimes,
the
yeah,
camera.
but mostly in front.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's just so stylistic, and I was sort of intrigued. Like, I like seeing all the worlds of art and music come together.
I mean, that's awesome. I
Yeah,
appreciate you for viewing that because
yeah,
I think a lot of people. I mean, we live in a time where social media and online art is become kind of the norm, and like I've had people be like, "What do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, you like." There are people who still don't know that I make music, um,
yeah. I mean,
because
right? It seems
they're
blaringly
visual.
obvious,
Yeah,
but yeah, I guess you don't have to pick one title or one like. I'm just imagining you in an office in like a suit and like a little those little weird signs on the desk, like project manager, artist,
yeah.
music. You're like, well, I don't know. Mine has like 8 sides, and I just flip it per day, or sometimes I just roll the dice.
Yeah, it's like when you call and you're like, "I need to speak to your manager." And it's like, "Okay, hold on." And then it's like, "Hello." Like, it's the same
Yeah,
person. Yeah.
you turn around in your chair and you come back and you're like
Yeah.
just with a fake mustache, and you're like,
Yeah.
yes, may I help you? You would like to speak about boy radio.
Please hold. I'll put them.
also, also, I've noticed you're not terribly ugly. So
Mm.
there's that part of your page that's very appealing. It's got some good thirst traps. Um you're fit, so you pull in an audience from that as well, I guess. That's one of the things that grabs a lot of people's attention first. And I've always said a lot of times I've found out about somebody, I instantly found out an image or them, and they're just hot like a thirst trap. And then I go to their page and I'm like, they're all of these things, but the thirst traps are what got me there. It's like the mouse trap. Like, oh, I was like looking at your thirst traps. That's like the piece of cheese, and and I went, poof, and it got me.
Snap. Yeah. And it's like, here, listen to this. Read my book.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, how do you sort of balance that out as far as like, is there any sort of like weird algorithm you go through? Or do you just like sexy
I think
art?
I've shied away from it a lot more. Um, I think that there was a time where it felt validating and it felt fun. And I think as I've gotten older and kind of leaned more into what it is to just enjoy um, like being like it's like going to the gym. I don't necessarily go to the gym for aesthetic. I go because it's a place of peace of mind, and also it's a place where like I feel like I'm getting stronger. I feel like I'm training for something, even
Yeah.
though I might not know what it is. And a byproduct, and this is for anybody, a byproduct of taking care of yourself in many ways is feeling good, and a byproduct of feeling good is also looking good.
Yeah.
So it's not coming from a purely vanity focused place. It's coming from a place of like actual self actualization and joy. So like when it comes
Yeah.
to like the thirst traps, like yeah, there is sort of an algorithmic version of that where, and we've all seen it. It's like, well, if I post this shirtless selfie, I'm gonna get more attention on this thing that I want people to look at. But then
Yeah.
I sort of I sort of have lost interest in that, and like as a result, I kind of have lost the engagement that people tend to enjoy when it comes to social media is like, oh, this post got this many likes, but this post that's actually the serious thing about like my music or a song or
Yeah.
something without the creative like elements of sexuality put on it did not receive as much attention. So there's a balance, but yeah, I've been shying away from the like thirst trappy things. Every once in a
Yeah.
while I still will, but I've been shying away and kind of like enjoying the authentic, like, no, like I'm just gonna post the thing as opposed to the shirtless thing.
Yeah. It's crazy because I guess I don't have. I guess I've come across sometimes like putting down everyone that just has to be sexy to sell their art because I talk about that all the time,
Yeah.
and this and I don't necessarily even as a bad thing. Um, and it's just funny also thinking about like who the fuck you are, who the fuck you think you are, as like being like separate characters or faces that you wear in the world. Because like when you go to Starbucks or smaller independent indie chains of coffee shops, like I just imagine you like walking in there, you're daddy shorts and your leather jacket and you're like sup, but that's a different space, a different
I mean,
version of you, because
truly,
every person we have a relationship with, whether it's a work person or where they see like a different version of
yeah.
us.
Yeah. Well, the best I can say this, the best thing about like being that is one of the boxes I get to step into is one of my favorite boxes. Like I'm wearing my Hooters shirt and
It's
like
power, it's
yeah,
power.
it's good. It's fun. So yeah, sometimes I'll go into a Starbucks and they'll ask me my name and I'll say my name, or other times they'll ask me my name and I don't know. I used to make a joke like I'll say like Taylor Swift, and then when they call my name, I'll act surprised.
You're
Um,
like, oh
oh,
yeah,
for me? Yeah.
yeah, I'm so coy. It's funny, yeah, 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 yeah. So Himbo-ism,
Mm.
how would you describe that? That's the
Um,
title. That's the title of one of your albums, correct?
yeah, correct.
You know which one. Himbo is a song within the album.
Yeah,
I like I was listening to it last night and today on Spotify.
yeah.
Um and I just was looking at the titles and I'm such a dork or I'm shallow. I always like a title pulls me in and then I listen to the song.
I like that. Me too.
Yeah. But I definitely was listening to it. It was boppy. I was in the shower this morning washing my pink bits like woo woo. So it was pretty dope.
I appreciate that. Were there any titles that like jumped out at you just from the word from the name?
Leather. There's someone leather. What is it? Oh
Left
shit!
and
I don't
Denim.
leather denim. And then the one that's like here I am like calling myself out. I did listen to like there's one do him in or
Oh, finishing.
finish him. Yeah, for some reason those two do him in. Same thing. Same thing. Those two titles grabbed me, and then I deep dove into it because I wanted to see what that was all about. And then Himbo, of course.
Sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Himboism well, it's a mindset, it's a switch, it's something that I think everyone has the ability to turn on regardless of gender, regardless of culture. It's an idea that stemmed from um turning on the pure joy switch, to choosing joy, to dealing with some elements of chaos with a sort of not delusional but intentional approach that came from joy. And like one of the best things about pure joy is it's a little stupid, it's a little dumb, it's a
Yeah.
little thoughtless. It's not without thought completely, but it is um it is a little like instinctual. Like when you see something that makes you laugh and it really is funny, your genuine reaction is to smile or to laugh. It takes a lot of effort not to laugh at something that's very funny. It takes a lot of effort not to love
Right.
something that you love. It takes actual work to pretend to hate something.
So like
Um,
giving into it and, enjoying it and being free to enjoy it is sort of easier than resisting it or holding it in a little bit.
Correct. Yeah. And with
I have a
Himboism,
question.
yeah.
I want you to keep going, but I have a question, and this is going to sound really stupid and naive, probably, but maybe not. But I'm not afraid of asking the dumb questions. When I, in the last couple years, have heard Himboism or Himbo, I've, I'm trying to be delicate. Um, is it a term used mostly with men of color? I've seen, and I'm
No.
asking this because I'm really curious because I feel like I've used, and I really mean this in all sincere terms, the term used um, when referencing or friend men of color.
No, not at all.
Is that not a
There's
cross section? Okay.
no Himbo derived from bimbo, and bimbo is sort of
Okay.
in
I,
the
I can relate to that.
yeah,
Okay.
like the bimbo was the female buxom, attractive, like dumb,
Like provocative, sort of.
provocative woman who was like, "Oh, I just dropped my pencil. Can you like that kind of energy?"
I'm
And
imagining Angeline in LA in her like pink Corvette,
yeah, very that
like
Pamela
bimbo. Yeah.
Anderson,
When she
Wendy
wore
Williams,
makeup.
even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the term bimbo derived from buxom, you know, kind of imbecile, sort of.
Okay.
I guess that's
Yeah.
literally. I don't know if I just made that up, but like buxom imbecile,
No.
like
It's
a
I'm like
bimbo.
I'm connecting the dots, but like I literally I thought this. I hope I don't sound like an absolute idiot, but I thought I've seen it used. I swear to God, through like music or things like that, like f- referring to more of a P, POC, people of color.
No,
And
I
I feel
think
like
it's
Caswell did a song, and he didn't he did Caswell do something. I don't know. All of the boys he likes are like Latino or men of color.
yeah. That's Caswell. I love Caswell. He's a good guy, and a great artist. And
Yeah, 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 yeah.
he actually gave me permission to use his okay on the song Hungry. And that's from his song Ice Cream
Okay,
Truck. Yeah. So and
yeah,
he's a big when I moved to New York, he was very prominent in like the nightclub music scene, and I got a chance to get to know him a little bit. And um, I think it's important to just like pay attention to your mentors, how they show themselves. They might not be like in your inbox or in your on your phone every night, but the people who are mentors who've been doing it for a long time, who do take you under their wing even for a second, for a day,
yeah.
those are people that you have to acknowledge that are teachers. And so like to have been able to call him and be like, "Hey, can I?" And he's like, "Yeah, go for it." I'm like, "Thank you." Like and so in that same regard, like no, it's not specifically men of color that are himbos. If you search himbo, it's sort of like defined as like an attractive, like more muscle focused or like fit focused man who
Gotcha.
is the hero, but is essentially dumb. Is the thought process of
Okay.
it, right? But in the
You're
same,
describing my man. Give me a dumb, strong man. Whew.
yeah. But if you think like
Sorry about
Thor
that.
in Marvel's movies,
Okay.
generally a himbo is someone who is more of the like protagonist, like they're generally hero oriented, because like the
Right.
proper definition of a himbo is like strong, dumb, and like pure hearted sort of. But the way that it came from like bimbo sort of
Yeah.
sorry, my neighbors are going ham ham ham. They've been
That's
doing
okay.
this for the
That's
past
okay.
2 nights. Can you hear them at all?
Well, I heard a little background. I thought almost like street noise, but you know what? This app that I use, shout out to Riverside, has
Yeah.
this great like canceling stuff, background noise. So I think we're golden. But I do
Okay,
hear
good.
there's some sort of fiesta happening near you.
I hope it's a fiesta. I'm gonna give I'm gonna give a full on knock on the window wall, a very New York style.
Oh,
We're doing that
I
today.
wish you got the broom out. You're like, "Tuk, tuk,
Yeah.
tuk, 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 tuk." Well, you are living
Um.
the dream in New York City. So where are all your minions and all your people? You're a freaking rock star.
Oh yeah, to make this work. Oh my gosh, yeah. Well,
Yeah, you're a sex symbol. You're a rock star. You're an artist. You should. Where's your people? Who's putting in your hair extensions? Who's taking the
right,
shine off your forehead?
right. Good questions. Well, one of them is behind me and he's sleeping.
Do
My
you have a?
little
Oh my
puppy.
God, how did you know that I like to meet people's pets? Like almost every
No.
video, I'm like, is it a cat or a dog?
He is a dog. He
A
pretends to be a
puppy.
dog. Yeah, but he's a grown man. Hold on,
Oh.
I'll see if he wants to come say hi.
Thanks God for the power of editing, because we could edit the shit out of all this. So, well, I
Sir,
can edit the shit out of all this.
sir, come here. Can I ask you questions? Ah.
Holy schmoly. That is the cutest dog ever.
Yeah, he's a superstar, and
Is
I've
he,
been writing a lot of songs about him.
bro? I was about to say bro, because I call everybody bro. All the girls I work with, females, cis males, trans women, I call bro. My grandma I call bro. He's so handsome. And going back to when he first started talking about time is so valuable, I lost a pet last year, and it
Oh
was like a
no.
year anniversary recently. My big orange a kitty named Chicken Tenders,
Yeah,
and so he was 15. But I just say like time is so precious. Like I tend to live in the past and think about the future, and I just
yeah,
not here in the moment. But like pets are one of those things like are just I really feel like they make you present and in the moment because they're just like I love you, little shitbag. I have to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
serve you hand and foot. I pick up your shit off the
It's
streets of New
true.
York City in a bag. I love
It's
you.
true. It's
What is
true.
your doggy's name?
That's Frankie.
Frankie. Frankie loves
Yeah,
Hollywood.
yeah, he does. He loves New York more though. Hold on one second. Hey, let's do it.
All right, it's okay because I have cats at home, so I'm like usually when I'm talking, there's cats walking across the table, and I'm just like I got pussy all over my living room right now.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds about right.
I'm that man. Okay, focus. Bring it back in. Okay, so what does a day in the life of boy radio look like? As someone who is hustling and trying to make a moment for himself in a career,
Mm-hmm.
like what's
Mm-hmm.
sort of like a day in the life that looks like as someone who is, I'm going to say, emerging, still erupting and coming up and sort of emerging, up and coming. I talked to the illustrious blacks in New York
Mm-hmm.
City. Do you know
Mm-hmm.
those
I
guys?
know that. Yeah, of course, they're great.
And they're amazing. They were talking about like emerging artists, and I just curious like what is the life of boy radio look like from day to day? Also, like what gets you out of bed in the morning? What inspires you to not jump off the Brooklyn Bridge every day?
The Brooklyn Bridge is far away from me, so that would be a
Cool, cool.
trick.
Okay,
And
cool.
no.
A long Uber ride, yeah.
Uh, yeah,
I'm sorry,
just let
that's
me off
dark.
here, please.
That's
No,
very dark. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
my daily is because I am in different communities. Like for the longest time, it used to be nightlife, and my
Yeah,
nightlife uh jobs were anything from go-going to performance to producing like events here and there. Um, I've done everything. I bar backed, I bartended, I did coat check. I've done everything in the world of nightlife. And then when 2020 happened, a lot of that had to shift. A lot of the freelance jobs that I was doing had to shift. I've always been someone who's aspired to do more creative work, but I think I hit a moment in my uh, life as any person who does creative, like when you're auditioning a lot, where it started to
got
become a
it.
little overwhelming. And
Mm,
I sort of took a step back from all of that, but not because I didn't want to do it, just because I just felt like I needed to build my own story more. I wanted to dig deeper into my New York life. I used to say like, um, I can't wait to become an introvert. Like when I grew up, I said I can't wait to become an introvert in New York City, so that I can like discover more and like build and like actually create.
gotcha,
And so I did
gotcha.
that. Yeah, like I leaned into my like Andy Warhol energy and like found that path. So
You're covering
my day to
everything in your
day,
house with tinfoil. You're like, ah, cover
Yeah,
everything in
100%.
tinfoil.
And just like and blocked out all the sound. No, I
Okay.
just 100% like every day is like, I audition, I write, I take my dog out. I've been creating, I've been writing a lot lately with new sounds that I'm building and figuring out what that looks like. Um, it's the emerging thing is a strange
Is that
is a strange
insulting
way of
word?
looking at.
Also, like, if that
No,
was insulting at all, I do not mean that to
no, I
be.
wouldn't.
Just
It's
like,
not insulting. It's just it's a perception from it's perception from the perspective of someone who's just getting to know me, and
and it's also
because I
like
don't.
when you say the word emerging, it's
Yeah,
also like sometimes I say that knowing that that person has been working their ass off for 15 years. So I
yeah,
think I sometimes want to differentiate between like a new artist opposed to emerging artists because emerging means, I don't know, they're still finding their way and like, but not necessarily, they're not a new artist because you've been hitting the pavement probably for a good 20 years.
yeah. I think everyone's always an emerging artist to someone. If you've never heard of
Gotcha.
someone, it's like, oh, they're new. It's like, well, no, they've been around for a while. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
my day to day consists of that. It's auditions right now and writing and going to the gym and building my story, sort of writing my own creative right now, and having a good time, like doing things like this is like reintroducing myself, introducing myself to new people, new places, and
Sure.
figuring out. Yeah, the emerging title is not a negative. It just means that like I haven't hit a space where people are like, oh, you're Ariana
Gotcha,
Grande. It's like
gotcha.
obviously
Yeah,
not.
I'm
So.
I'm always careful about words that I use, then I overthink it, but I'm like
Mm,
as I said emerging, I'm like, "Oh shit. Did I just
yeah.
freaking insult this guy that I just
No,
met?
I
My
also
new
love
best
that we
friend."
I love it. We're friends for life. I also love that we both have the same piece of art in the background.
Is it
We both have the same zebra.
the zebra from IKEA?
Yeah, the
That's
zebra
where I
from
got
IKEA.
I love that. Like I saw that and I was like, "Bitch, 1999, I deserve that. I work hard." Yeah, it's so um a live show of yours, what can a live show of yours looks like? Like, is it something that has changed over the years? Like,
Yeah,
I think I've seen some of your clips and sometimes you're with a band, sometimes you're not with a band, but you're
yeah.
always full of sass and attitude in the best way possible. I'm like, damn, how do I get a little closer to him and have some of that confidence rub off on me? So like, what do your live shows look like today?
Still sass and attitude.
Okay.
The cool thing, the best thing I can say, and this is like my from me to you, the best thing I can say about being in so many circles is I always know how to code switch when it comes to my performance.
Mm,
Um, I because I've been in nightlife for so long and been around drag queens for so long, if I get invited to, sometimes at clubs, it's like, oh, this drag queen wants you to come and do a song. It's like one song, you get one song.
yeah.
Um, in a night where queens are lip syncing to several, albums or songs or whatever.
Right.
So I'm not as green in the way that I would show up and be like, "Hey, I know no one's ever heard of me," or "Hey, I know some of you have heard of me. Here's
Right.
my song." It's not the same as it was like when Madonna was a new artist and she was like, "Here's my song." Like people in the same way like aren't receiving music the same way. So
Gotcha.
my shows vary from, little one-offs at nightclubs where I'll do like one or two songs. I'll do my original stuff. I'll mix in covers and do like fun creative mixes. Um, I'll sometimes do like solo performances where it's just me and a DJ, or I'll, spin from a Serato or a DJ deck and play a little bit of live like elements, or um, I'm doing more shows with my band, with a band, and building what that is because at the end of the day, I've always wanted to have Boy Radio be a band, and I just sort of had to like make the name singularly for the longest time on purpose.
Yeah.
And now that I can,
put the fuse those two worlds together, I'm starting to enjoy that process more. So for shows coming up, like more band shows, but again, I'm also a dancer, so I think when I'm able to make some more music videos and things like that, I'll be able to really showcase more of what it is that what I see as my vision for this music.
Sure, that's enough to make me just want to like keep watching. Like that's like a cliffhanger. I'm like, fuck, I have to wait to next week for the episode to come out. Ugh! Well, that's exciting for me to hear because I'm sort of getting introduced to you as a person and your art and stuff like that. But yeah, that's just like that's exciting. I definitely want to keep my eyes out and what's happening. And I definitely the one word in my mind that pops up when I've seen clips from your shows is like energy. I feel like the
Oh,
energy is sort of up, like popping off. Wait, what's the name? I did my research. Pop off this. Wait, what's the name of the
oh,
record
pop that.
before? Pop that. Pop that.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that was like pop that. I just feel like it's just that energy is high. Like it demands the
yeah.
room.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little emo, so like some of my songs where I do kind of spill my heart in different ways, those are a little bit more slow, but even the slow songs are still high energy in a way. I don't really have any ballads on my projects, and yeah, I haven't really written a ballad ever.
Okay, okay. I was just also curious if they all like some of your songs, like where they are influenced from. Is it like your life, your true life? Is it like what's happening in the world around you?
Yeah, it used to be imagined. It used to be a lot of imagining scenarios or imagining romantic scenarios, like, oh, what if,
Like
or like
fantasies, yeah.
sort of fantasy based, or I mean, let's call it what it is. Like there was a time in my growing up where I couldn't imagine having any sort of creative career as like a non-straight person. In my mind,
Mm-hmm.
I thought like I'm gonna have to pretend like all the R&B songs and R&B singers that I really loved were like, hey girl this, hey girl that.
Yeah.
Even the boy bands that I like are all hey girl, hey girl. Um,
Yeah, of
so
course.
I found myself listening to a lot of girl singers. Um,
Because they
and
use the words hey boy.
well that and also just because the octave is there,
Mm.
so I could actually hear myself singing because I would sing with them on the lower octave, and
Yeah.
then I could actually like harmonize with them, and with the, like, I mean, like the boy band era, like some of my favorite boy bands and R&B groups and things like that, like there was just it felt it felt hard to relate to these like really intense love songs
Yeah,
without
100%.
being
I hear
able
ya.
to like be honest. And so like when I started writing songs, at first it felt like I was being honest, but you know, and this is something that's real of me, like in the canon of boy radio music, there's not a lot of pronouns in my songs.
Mm,
Um there's a few, some like pop that is more pronoun oriented.
sure,
There's a
sure.
lot of talk to a person, or he this or he that or whatever. And then there's a lot of she as like the ethereal she, like the feminine she, the grand they, them, she, like whoever she is, like it was
Yeah,
not necessarily a person. But
yeah.
for Himboism, there's no pronouns. There's
That's
barely any
interesting.
pronouns.
Now when I re-listen to it, I'm gonna sort of listen a little bit closer to that,
Yeah. I think the
just
only
out of like,
pronoun, totally. It's like hungry has pronouns in it a little bit towards the end, and then everything else is just speaking in the present.
that's funny. Is your audience? I mean, sometimes you target an audience, but you want your music to go as wide as possible.
Yeah.
Um, Do you have like a certain target audience? Is it mostly queers or the LGBTQIQ plus audience? I wonder about that, how that could like change the words in your songs and that kind of
Mhm.
thing. Cause like I live sort of like, I think as a gay person, that's how I identify it. Like you live
Mhm.
different worlds and it's so funny. Like the language that are used in different worlds. Like I'll get back to like your target, but at work the other day, I was in a group full of all straight 20 somethings. And we are
Mhm.
talking about the term for like, complimenting a woman or seeing a hot girl was like, babe, fox, oh, she's fine. And it was just funny in a room full of straights, and I was only gay, and like we're like, what are some good words? Like if we saw a guy that was hot, and I was trying to listen to like the words they were looking at, because I would call a guy fine or hot, and they kept saying snack. They're like, we call hot the guys that we find hot and or attractive a snack. And it was just funny the language that was coming from a all straight group opposed to like
Yeah.
me, like was
Yeah.
a gay guy. Yeah. So do you have a target audience?
I'd like to say no, because I care so much about music. I'm such a music nerd
Yeah.
that the first thing that when people, ask me about what's this project you made, or like, what kind of music is it? It wasn't like, oh, it's like sexy gay music or like queer music. It was like, it's drum and bass, it's electro pop, it's R&B, it's dance, it's stylistically about a mindset of switching on this himbo mindset, and it's for everybody. And I
Gotcha.
had someone tell me, I listened to your music, I really love it. I was actually shocked that I loved it. Also, as a straight man, I can't listen to this. He was like, it's not
Yeah.
because I don't like it, it's because if I showed this to my friends and I was like, listen to this record, the second that it felt gay, or they looked at your album cover,
Right.
or this or that, they would be
Your
like,
image.
I can't
Yeah.
listen to it. And I was like, interesting. And he
That's so
was
funny.
like, yeah,
Right. I love that idea, because for years when I was promoting a lot more like artists on when I my website Accidental Bear was like much more of a thing. I often used the word support queer music, and then through years I kind of broke that down, and I was like, what is queer music? It is just music, and so I often like to look at words and like their relevance and like how sometimes they change. But like in the past, I would always, if the artist was identified as part of the LGBTQIQ plus world, I'd always kind of put it in the title of a article or in front of their name as like queer music. Oh, support queer music. But I don't do that anymore. I've
yeah.
taken apart that, and I just like this. Sometimes it's like a identifier. But it's one of those things that I used to use all the time, but I've sort of stopped saying, because I just want people to like listen to the music, not queer music.
It becomes about identity, and it becomes about visual identity. And
Yeah.
a lot of this is something I've never really said out loud. A lot of the male R&B singers, a lot of the black male pop singers, a lot of the um not queer, but like non visible, um sort of comfortable male representing artists will
Hmm.
not put their face on their album covers. A lot more people in music are putting just album covers that are just symbols or just images versus their
Gotcha.
actual image, because there's such a detachment from the music when you bring the
Yeah.
face into it. And
Sure.
so
Sure.
the thing that I tend to have to like say, and I say it like with pride and with love, is I'm a pop artist. And the hard part about being a pop artist means like pop comes from the concept of pop art, which is popularity, like what is popular, what
Sure.
is
Like,
commercially viable.
yeah,
And
for
when
the
you're
masses.
defining it for yourself, you're sort of leaning into a space that's isolating, because if you're a pop artist and no one likes it, you're technically not popular. You are just a person leaning into the aesthetic of what pop art is. But the way
Yeah, you're
pop
part of
art
the
has
machine at the moment.
you're p- but we're making our own machines. So the fun part and the pop part that becomes like, oh, they've always been a pop artist, is like, a lot of times in pop, people will do the work to create the image, and then later people lean into it. It took, you know,
I hear that. Like, what
so
comes
it's not
first? The chicken or the
right.
egg? The image or the
Yeah,
music? Or
right. And for a lot of popular artists now, it's the music. You see that, but I'm just gonna name drop because I love these artists and I don't see enough of them.
Sure.
Frank Ocean, Xavier Omar, Cocaine 80s. These are all male pop artists. They don't show their faces. Like none of their
Right.
album covers have had their faces on them, except for I think Frank had one album where he was like his back was turned,
Was that his green
um,
hair or
with the
something?
green hair.
I think
There's a
so. Yeah.
big responsibility when you bring your image into it to then be the look at me artist that people are not necessarily comfortable with from the male perspective, because we've
Hmm.
had so many of those artists be taken down in a way. Like we got Prince, we got Michael Jackson, we got, the 80s and 90s where male
Sure.
artists were like very much like, okay, I'm going to be a man in public. Um,
Yeah. 100%.
but the part that like I've always leaned into, and again, maybe it's just an era, maybe the next project I won't put my face on it. Like what I've
Yeah.
leaned into is how important it was for me to create space for imagery, to create like this image, and to know
Yeah.
that like by
Oh yeah. I
doing
love that.
that, it put the visual um take on it is like, what the fuck is this? Like, this looks like something out of the Matrix, but it's like himbo, like sexy Matrix, like whatever. Like,
Yeah.
if I was a straight artist, a straight man, like seemingly and like truly in my life, and I made this image, this would have been groundbreaking, probably.
Oh
but
sure. It's
but
like when
this
like yeah, it's just when anyone does anything like that, like white Harry Styles shows up somewhere in a dress. Everyone's like, ah!
everyone's like,
But it's I know it's like, oh my god.
but the thing is, music for a sushi restaurant, like Harry's Room, freaking brilliant
Yeah.
music. And there's a lot of
Yeah.
people, especially a lot of male artists, who didn't listen to it because they're like, oh, I don't like him because he's from One Direction. Zayn Malik, like, and that's why I say I'm a music nerd. I listened to all of these albums. Like, I'm actually
Yeah.
surprised I'm not a voting member on the Academy yet, because I'm listening to everything. And I have an
Yeah.
opinion on everything that I don't share with people. It's just I take it in and I'm like, okay, like that's
I
what
get
music's
that from
doing
you.
right
I feel
now.
like I get that just from our talk. I definitely feel like you're a very like thoughtful person as far as like what you do, what you put out, what you think about, what you listen to.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just interesting. Well, we're going to keep our
Thoughtful
eyes
thought.
on you. We're going to keep our eyes
Thank you.
on you. I have two more things written down on my very official pad over here. One thing is, what upcoming shows do you have? I swear to God, I thought I saw something you have coming up on November 5th.
Yeah, November 5th, I'll be in New York at this place called The Groove. It's in the West Village. It's like a classic, West Village pub kind of like venue. I've played there in the past with different bands, and so I'm excited to go back and do my own music. And then, fingers crossed, and given light of a few things, I hope I can be playing a few festivals next year. But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, right now it's just day by day as far as bookings, and also I am going to focus on making music videos, and we'll go from there.
Gotcha.
I think once I can like represent myself more intentionally visually, I think a
Yeah.
lot more people will tap into what I'm doing sonically.
It's a freaking
Because
science.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
freaking science. Yeah. Awesome. Well, we'll definitely keep up on that. Like I said, I'm sort of intrigued for the next episode.
Oh yeah,
I feel like
join
this
me
is
for
not a
season
Netflix
3.
special. It's going to be on HBO Max.
Oh
Yeah.
yes,
This ain't TV. This is HBO.
yeah,
And the other thing I wrote down there is Halloween's coming up.
yeah. I love it.
What's up? Do you like Halloween? What are you
I
going to be
love
dressing
dressing
up for
up.
Halloween?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a big fan.
I
I
could have
just am
guessed that.
imaginative. I love it. I love it. Like I don't need to like come up with some big, like I don't do the head to toe face paint mask thing. I'm a big fan of just getting something out of the bag and being that. Like
You're like a
I
butt plug and
I
mascara. That's
I
it.
am a pumpkin out of the bag. Like, what are you? You look like a
Okay.
banana. I am a banana. Like it's
You probably
simple.
I just imagine like you having quite a wardrobe just kind of at your will, just lying around and in your closet that you could put together something pretty awesome easily.
Literally
Or
so many
simply.
things. Yeah, very simply. And last night we went to a thing. Um, this really great fashion designer and friend Chris Habana did a party last night, and it was
Mm.
the Garden of Earthly Delights, and like we just did like leaves, and like I did like furry things. I looked like a bear.
Oh,
It was great.
fun.
I had so much fun. Yeah,
That's fun.
yeah.
So Halloween candy. What's your favorite Halloween candy? Or do you
I'm
like
a big
candy?
sour gummies kind of
Oh,
guy. I like a sour worm, a trolley.
okay.
Um,
Okay,
you know
I
what I
like
mean?
that as well. I'm like a Sour Patch Kid. I like combining candy, Sour Patch Kid in one hand and like Swedish Fish in the other and like put them together.
Oh wow, dangerous. I love that.
But you're like so fit too. Like it makes me mad. You could probably eat 5 bags of candy and not gain a weight. Like if I lived with you, I would be like taking your 0% milk and putting whole milk in that. I'd be changing
Oof.
up stuff, trying to make you gain weight because
Yeah,
damn, you're fit. Anyway,
you'd be
side
trying to
note.
kill me.
Is that Mean Girls? Is that the Mean Girls when one of the girls like was going into her friend's house and changing out all of her protein bars with like high
Oh
fat
no,
and one of her
Regina. Yeah,
yeah, I
she
think
was
that
trying to
was it.
lose. She was trying to lose 3 pounds.
But her friends were sabotaging her with like changing out all of her stuff.
They were giving
Yeah,
her
I would
calcium
mean girl the
bars.
shit out of you if I was your roommate. Because damn you for looking so good.
You would
Ugh.
kill me. You would kill me because I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh shit, you would you would get even
I
skinnier
would
because you'd be
know.
on the toilet. I feel like we should just
and
end
that,
right there. I feel like we should
no, and
end
that's.
there. Like
Let me just say, that's how magic works.
lactose
You're like,
intolerant.
I've been trying to make him gain weight so he can just look crazy, and it's like, and he's looking
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, god damn him. His 6 packs now is 12 packs, and I'm seeing his
Yeah.
anterior serratus pop out.
And I'm like,
Oh
oh God,
man.
all I've been doing is drinking my 0% milk and eating these fat-free
Little
cookies, and I don't know
yeah.
what's going on. It's
I must confess,
crazy.
my husband also drinks lactate milk, so I also
Yeah.
drink lactate milk just because it's easier than getting 2 jugs of milk.
Lactate milk
Compromise.
is the shit. And also thank you, Lactate Milk, for sponsoring my 2026 festival shows.
Could you imagine?
Sponsored by
Sponsored by lactate
Lactate
milk
Milk. Oh, I'm
and
so happy.
the medical research company for IBS. Thank you.
We would rock that show. It would be so
I
good.
feel like more people need to talk about. Oh my god, here I am. I literally make fun of myself for always talking about poop every episode, and like we're down to the very last couple seconds, and here like some intuitive thoughts are coming out. Like I have to talk about poop or diarrhea before we say goodbye.
You're doing
Woo!
it.
Brian,
You've got your own structure. You've got your own like
yeah, I know.
your
This
forms you
mistake.
got to
I
keep.
hope Brian warned you about me a little bit because I'm sort of a
Not at
little
all.
bit crazy. I'm crazy.
Not at all.
All right. Well,
That's
thanks so
great.
much for talking. Can we please talk again another time?
Absolutely.
And good luck with everything, life, liberty, and
Thank
the
you.
justice for all.
For all,
Whoa.
seriously, truly. And for all, but also some of us need it more.
Yeah.
Justice.
Some of us, let's
Justice.
lift up those. And also the best place people can catch up with you or just keep updated on you is it Instagram or something like that?
Instagram at boy.radio. I'm on Spotify, Boy Radio. Himbo-ism is the album that's out. My last LP is called Pop That. There's a new like remixed, remastered version that's up. But Himbo-ism is out. It's 14 tracks with some remixes, and I wrote all the lyrics. I produced with several different producers who I've just been such a fan of, but all the lyrics are me, all the melodies are me. All the songs are mixed and mastered by me with the exception of maybe two or three. And yeah, it's an album I care about very much. And I hope to do a re-release in the early part of the next year with some videos. So there'll be some more visual content to go with it.
The best way to support you as an artist is like, it's so weird these days. Is it with shares, likes?
With shares,
Buying your music?
with shares.
Isn't that
And
crazy?
buying, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that is sort of like how you
our-
get paid these days.
It's not streaming. Streaming is just about visibility and awareness. Shares is about,
Gotcha.
did you hear about this person? Do you like this person? Buying it, if you buy it, it's still the same deal. We don't really, as an indie artist, I don't really see that money. But when I do shows, come to the shows.
Buy some
Send your
merch.
good vibes and well wishes and keep me in your thoughts. I'm keeping everyone else in. I really am trying to think about people who I don't even know. And just send me good vibes. I'm auditioning for all sorts of things. I mean, anyone who's following my career, they know I was on a HBO show with Phantasmas with by my friend Julio Torres. I was on a show called Drag Me to Dinner on Hulu with Neil
Okay.
Patrick Harris and Bianca Del Rio and David Burka and Neil's husband. So fun, so ridiculous. So I mean, in different ways, like I've been showing different parts of myself. I've done theater. I want to do more theater so that I can keep my chops up and keep acting. You know, cheers to maybe one day doing like a queer Mortal Kombat with Julia Fox. Let's go.
That'd be obvious. You're striking. That's not even like, that's just like an observation. Like I could see that. Like you look like a cartoon character, like in all the best ways possible. You're just like, you're very striking, your appearance. So I
Thank
see
you,
that. I
man.
want that for you. I want all that for you.
Thank you
So
very much. It's hard work, but I'm out here. So I appreciate it. And thank you for having me and taking the time.
yeah. Like I would like, we jumped back. Time is the most valuable thing we have. So that sounded so sad. All right. We'll talk again. We'll talk again
Okay.
soon.
Sounds good.